Right in front of you stands the highest castle in France, Brissac Castle. Located in Brissac, a few kilometers away from the city of Angers, in the west of France, Brissac Castle is famous for its height. This stone giant is 50 meters high, divided into 7 floors and 204 rooms, earning the nickname, the Giant of the Loire Valley. Brissac Castle has another special feature, besides from its height. It has been in the Cossé-Brissac family since René de Cossé acquired it in 1502. Just over 5 centuries later, the castle is still in the Cossé-Brissac family. Let's enter the castle to find out a little more about its history.
Hello, I'm Charles de Cossé, 1st Duke of Brissac. I rebuilt the castle in the early 17th century after it was damaged in the wars of religion. Here we are in the gilded salon, one of the most beautiful rooms in the castle. You only have to look up to see a 17th century ceiling carved and gilded with gold leaf. Look closely and you will find an interlaced double C. These letters refers to me and pays homage to my name. Look around to see a number of portraits. These portraits represent important figures in the history of this castle. Among them, the 12th Duke of Brissac, Pierre de Cossé, and his wife, Marie-Zélie Schneider.
Welcome to one of the most beautiful rooms in the castle, the dining room. I am Marquise Joncé, heiress to the famous dynasty of Say sugar brands. This room is still used today when the owners of the castle receive their guests. Can you see the faux marble gallery at the back? It was used by musicians in the 19th century. I had this gallery built because I was a passionate music lover and also the owner of the castle until 1916. I like to dine here with my friends while listening to music. Can you see the deer antlers on the wall? They were hunted by the Duchess of Uzès in the forest of Rambouillet. The room decor is completed by 2 17th century wardrobes from a Venetian palace. We will meet up again later in another room in the castle, which I've also designed.
You are now in one of the most important rooms in the castle, and also one of the largest at 32 meters long. This is the main room dedicated to festivities, rather like the Hall of Mirrors at Versailles. This room is still used today for numerous receptions and gala dinners. We are now going to visit my favorite room in the castle. Follow me this way.
This room bears my name, the Louis XIII room. My arrival at the Brissac castle is linked to my frequent disputes with my mother, Marie de Médicis. I sent her into exile because of her politics, with which I no longer agreed. Yet I was too young to ascend the throne. It was in a nearby town that we both fought a battle, known as the Drôlerie des Ponts de Say, in which my mother accepted her defeat against me. In the end, it was here in Brissac that we celebrated our reconciliation. There are several symbols of my visit to the castle. Behind me is a representation of my mother, Marie de Médicis, on a copper plaque. Above the door is also a portrait of my wife, Anne of Austria.
Hello, I'm the widow Clicquot-Ponsardin. My name may be familiar to you. I was the first woman to run a champagne house and one of the first businesswomen in modern times. Today, Veuve Clicquot belongs to the luxury group LVMH and produces 22 million bottles a year. I'm not pictured here at Brissac Castle, but at Brissac Castle, with my granddaughter at my feet. I am one of the ancestors of the castle's owner. In this gallery, all around you, are also many figures from the Cossé-Brissac family, including 4 marshals. Among them is Charles de Cossé, a friend of King Francis I of France.
We are now in a room that is as surprising as it is original, a theatre. But it's not just any theatre. You may recognise me from earlier, I'm Jan Say. As you might have guessed from the dining room with the gallery, my greatest passion was music, and more specifically opera. Unfortunately, my social position didn't allow me to go on stage. So to comfort myself, I decided to build my own theatre, in my own home. The theatre was unveiled in 1890, before being abandoned for more than half a century, and then restored more than 20 years ago by volunteers from an association called the Friends of the Brissac Castle. I think this room is the most original and the prettiest in the castle.
This marks the end of our visit. As you can see, the life of the castle has been punctuated by many characters, and its history does not end here. Thank you for joining us. Please enjoy the outdoors before leaving us, and don't forget to keep exploring history, so our paths might cross again.